Hi, my name is Richard Laub. I'm the CEO of Dragon Sourcing, a procurement services provider focused on delivering a significant and sustainable value to corporations in the procurement of their goods and services from emerging markets since 2005. I started my career at Booz Allen and Hamilton and left them 9 years later as a partner in their supply chain practice. I then joined Philips Electronics in Holland to manage and run their global procurement transformation program in the indirect space, and joined Accenture in 1999 to head the European sourcing practice until 2004. And it's in 2005 that I created Dragon Sourcing with my partner, Olivier Lévy. Olivier Lévy is a seasoned professional in the supply chain area. He has spent most of his career in Asia, working for organizations such as Saint-Gobain, Sagem, and Bachy Saltanche. Dragon Sourcing as an organization is focused on helping clients source from emerging markets. We operate from most of the important supply markets, of course, in Asia, countries like India, China, Southeast Asia, in most of the East and Central European countries, in Turkey, in Africa, and finally also in Latin American countries like Mexico, Brazil, and Argentina. So if you are a small or medium-sized enterprise or a large multinational, Dragon Sourcing is your partner of choice to help you leverage the untapped potential that resides in global supply markets. Usually companies come to us with specific categories of interest, which they are sourcing right now from either North America, Western Europe, Brazil, Australia, and even in some cases from China, and want to investigate where the opportunities for cost reduction might exist from sourcing from alternative supply markets. Our initial step will be to determine which countries to include into the scope of work, because we can't scan the whole market and the whole world for all categories. Once we have made that initial determination, we will launch an initial feasibility study in those countries, which is basically a deep dive analysis of the supply markets in those geographies. That deep dive analysis encompasses the following steps. First, we need to understand the requirements, so we get detailed information from the clients about their spend, specifications, volumes, quality requirements, delivery points, etc. All of the information needed to be able to represent their requirements appropriately vis-à-vis the suppliers. We will then identify all potential suppliers in those markets, leveraging all the databases that we have at our disposal. And then we will collect a lot of information about those suppliers, first through an initial phone screening process, and after that with a request for information, an RFI. Subsequently, we will of course collect quotations from those suppliers using an RFQ process, a request for quotation. We will incite the suppliers, of course, to provide all of the information requested in a timely and comprehensive fashion. And once we've collected all of the information, we will analyze it to profile the suppliers and rank them in terms of their attractiveness based on two key criteria: their capabilities, and second, their competitiveness, which of course will be collected from their quotation. And based on the ranking of these suppliers, we will make recommendations to our clients about the 4 or 5 suppliers which appear to be potentially the most attractive for them. Following this initial phase, we will launch the second phase, which is the qualification and supplier selection phase. It's now critical in the second stage to confirm through audits of those suppliers that all of the information collected previously can be indeed confirmed. Following the audits of those facilities, we will go into sample development and testing to verify if those suppliers are capable of making products which are compliant with clients' specifications. And if those two steps are conducted successfully, we will then move to final contract negotiations to see if we can agree terms and conditions. At the back end of the negotiation process, a final supply selection will be made. We also get involved in the fulfillment cycle, ensuring that orders placed with those newly selected and qualified suppliers are produced and delivered on time, in quantity, and in quality. For some clients, we run the totality of the process. Under that scenario, we're operating more on an outsourced basis, managing the purchase orders of our clients on an ongoing basis. Other clients are only asking us to cover the front end of the process, the initial feasibility study and potentially the qualification cycle, but thereafter they will take direct control of the supply chain themselves, managing those new suppliers directly themselves. We are open to both scenarios. It has implications on our commercials. If we're working on a project basis, well, basically our commercial model is focused essentially on fixed fees. If we're working on an outsourced basis, our commercial model is radically different. We do charge a very small fixed fee, but typically 90% reduced compared to the traditional fixed fees, but the bulk of our compensation will come in the form of a commission, which we will charge on the actual value of the purchase orders which we manage for our clients. And the commission structure varies between 3 and 7%, dependent on the value of the spend that we manage for the clients on a yearly basis. We work for companies of all sizes, small e-commerce ventures, small and medium-sized enterprises, and large multinationals. And we do this across all sectors of activities, in automotive, in construction, in consumer goods, in retail and pharmaceuticals. You name it, we probably have worked in that particular sector. Companies that we have or are currently working for include Ahold, the large Dutch retailer. We acted as their Asian buying office for several years, buying multiple non-food categories. Pernod Ricard, the French alcoholic beverage company. We operated as their China buying office for all of their below-the-line trade promotional items. Bugaboo, the famous stroller company. We helped them locate and set up their factory in China and source all of their key material suppliers. Schaefer Shop, the large German online office and warehouse equipment retailer, where we're acting as their buying office in the Far East. Volvo, the Swedish automotive company, we supported their China localization program. Nature Bounty, the US-based wellness brand, we ran an Asia-based sourcing program. Ferrero, the Italian consumer goods company, we supported the sourcing of all of their capital equipment for their new China factory. Votorantim, the Brazilian mining giant, we supported their China sourcing program. Olden, part of the large US-based Teledyne Group, for whom we're acting as their China buying office for several mechanical components. So we are effective at working cross-sector because we rely on 4 pillars to bring our capabilities to bear. A high-quality, fact-based and analytical procurement process honed in through decades of conducting global sourcing programs across very many different categories. High-quality people. Most of our buyers have been with us since the beginning of Dragon Sourcing in 2005. They are very experienced and understand how to create value for our clients in procurement. Good technology. We have developed our own sourcing platform, which automates most of the sourcing process and connects all of our buyers globally. A tool which our clients can connect to in order to monitor progress of their program. And finally, a global footprint, which truly allows us to source globally, irrespective of where the suppliers reside. In summary, Dragon Sourcing is your partner of choice to generate sustainable value in global supply markets. Goodbye, looking forward to hearing from you and being given the opportunity of creating value for your business.